The views and opinions expressed by a participant on this program do not necessarily reflect or represent the views or opinions of West Liberty University or WLU TV 14.
Welcome to Your Town, everyone. I'm Steve Major, and I'm joined today by the Reverend Daryl Cummings of the Bethlehem Apostolic Church up in North Wheeling. Kind of like to refer to you sometimes as the giveaway Reverend, because you're always giving something away.
Well, we're trying.
You're trying, I know. You're going to tell us about two specific events coming up in the month of November, the first of which is November
November the 12th.
and the second one is
November 18th.
Okay, let's talk about the one on November 12th.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much for this opportunity. On the November the 12th, we'll be having Honor Our Heroes Sunday. And Honor Our Heroes is something that was birthed out of the 9/11 event. Back then, my wife and I went up to New York to try to help with some of the things shortly after the 9/11 event, and the great heroism and the great sacrifices that were made by those in the police and the fire department and the sheriff's deputies and all of them that worked together. And so when we came back, we decided we wanted to start honoring our local heroes who also make sacrifices, and we've been doing it now since 9/11. So.
When you went to New York, were you invited, or did you just say, I want to go up and see what I can do?
We volunteered.
Okay.
We volunteered, and we contacted the different agencies, and we found out which one would accept our help. And we only spent probably about a week up there, but it was a life-changing event for me, and I'll never forget it, and never forget what I saw. And they had not cleaned up the area yet. Still, the dust was there. There were people that they had tents in the park area. They showed us different places where people's body parts were found. We were at the site and things of that nature. And we did very, very little. All we did was listen to people, pray with people, counsel people, but we did not do any of the heavy lifting.
Now, the people that you prayed with, counseled, were these like family members of the victims? Or?
There were more, the people we talked to were more like the rescuers. The people who were still in there. There was military was there. Everybody was there. We were just one of the booths that somebody, if they wanted to talk or pray or they needed help, we helped. But again, I want to emphasize what we did was very, very small compared to the others.
All right.
But it changed my life.
It changed you because you saw firsthand what the first responders, what the firemen, what the police, and so forth and so on did. Were you amazed?
I was definitely amazed. And I was a little heartbroken and at the same time amazed at the sacrifices that one human makes for the other. Strangers, reaching out to strangers, people that you don't know, but all of a sudden you're birthed into this situation where you're, some cases, giving your life to help save somebody you don't even know.
Sure.
And it takes special people to make that kind of sacrifice. It takes special people. None of us know whether we'll make it home tonight. But these first responders go with the understanding that this could be a day that I don't make it home.
And that is what, in a way, said to you, I want to do this back home.
Absolutely, absolutely. And because, sometimes we don't miss the water till the well runs dry. We don't understand until there's a crisis. You don't check the spare tire until you have a flat. And so I wanted to, when there's no crisis going on that I know of in the city, that when there's nothing that they have to run out to say, on this day, we want to take time to just say thank you. It's very small, but sometimes thank you means a lot. And we have found in the years that we've done it that some of the first responders, some of the officers, some of the firemen, some of the policemen, some of them appreciate it. And sometimes I don't like getting a ticket like anybody else,
No.
but so they get to see the harsh side of us. We want them to see the right side. And I really believe, and I could be wrong, Steve, but I really believe that sometimes in our community, the reason that the police and some parts of our community don't get along is because they don't know each other.
Exactly.
And I'm saying that
Exactly.
the only time they see each other is in a crisis or in a negative situation. So they judge everything by the one time that they met. And I'm trying to create a positive situation so that brings a little bit more balance, that if, God forbid, we do meet during a negative situation, we can also remember the times we had in a positive situation.
Right. Now, this is not a first-time event?
No, this is not our first time. This is, I don't want to say the year because I could be wrong, but I know we've been doing it for at least 10 years. So,
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
yes.
And you're getting good response from those folks that you're honoring?
In the past, we've been very blessed. We do it twice. We do it once in Wheeling at the temple, and then we do it a second time at our church in Shiloh in Weirton.
Okay.
And we have those from the Weirton area we honor, and those from the Wheeling area that we honor. And they've been very, very, very kind. And we give them a certificate. We give them a small token of our appreciation, a small gift. And what I think is important, of course, in my belief, is we ask them to allow us to pray for them. And majority of them, overwhelming majority, don't have a problem. And
Right.
we do a general prayer over all of them at the same time, just for their families, for their lives, for their finances, that God would bless them in every area. And they seem to be appreciative. And so we're very honored to do it.
So, okay, you give them a certificate, do a little prayer. Is there any other type thing you do? Is there?
It's a small gift that we give. Some of
Okay.
them, I saw one sheriff's deputy, and he showed me the coin that we gave them. Just had a small prayer on the coin, and he told me he carries it with him every day when he goes out on duty. And so that really touched my heart. That
Sure.
a very small thing that we did seems to have had some kind of positive effect on him. And I think that, I don't think we're the only ones that do it. I think others do it as well. And I think we as a community, just like we say thank you to those who are in the military, and we should also say thank you to those who are first responders. We never know when we might need them. I pray we never need them, but if we do, we should say thank you.
Do you allow, I guess, for lack of terminology, the general public to come in and view this? and
Oh,
watch this?
absolutely. We encourage it.
Yeah.
And we our whole goal, we have a small reception afterwards, and our whole goal is for the community to meet our first responders.
So they can say thank you.
So they
Yeah.
can say thank you, and so that we can create
Right.
relationship that is, I met you at that Honor Our Heroes program. I remember that, and meet the little kids and all of them, and so that we can show them. We give them a boutonniere, flower, just to give. We have a song that we sing in the church from time to time. Give me my flowers while I can smell them, and so we try to give them a flower and try to let them know that they are heroes in our community.
I think you touched on something that so many times people, unfortunately, almost fear the officer, the police, the trooper, whatever, when in fact those people are really your friend.
They're good people. They're
Yeah.
good people. Now, it's just like, I would say that the majority of pastors are good. The majority of people in the media are good. Majority of the police are good. There are some bad apples
Never-
in
yeah,
every
right.
area of
Right.
life.
Correct.
Nobody is perfect
Right.
in it. No career is perfect
Right.
in every area. But for the overwhelming majority, oh my God, they're good people, loving people, kind people, and they do it out of a sense, again, I don't want to speak for anybody, but they do it out of a sense sense of love and appreciation. And the truth is, we just can't say thank you enough.
That's one of the reasons why people like living here.
Oh, the Ohio Valley is a wonderful
Seriously.
place. It's hard for me to believe now that I've been here 27 years. I came in 1990, and I've just grown to love the people, and I hope it's mutual.
Sure. All right, so that one is coming up on the 12th of November. What
that's
day
a
is that?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday, November 12th, and the service at Bethlehem Temple will be at 10:30 a.m. and the service at Shiloh in Weirton, 3000 Weir Avenue, will be at 12:30.
Okay, so you do one here and then go on up the river to do the other
Yes,
one.
yes.
Okay, and again,
And it'll be a whole different set of officers. and
sure,
things,
sure.
yeah.
And the public is invited. So,
Yeah.
like, if you'd like to come in and see, and especially if the officer happens to be your son, your brother, your
Oh my
husband,
God.
whatever the
Yes,
case might
please,
be.
if that's
why-
your family or
why, sure.
friend, come
Right.
see them honored and help us celebrate them. People go where they're celebrated and not where they're tolerated.
Right.
So let's celebrate them.
That's good. All right, and then of course after that you move a couple of weeks down the road. You get ready for what year for the Thanksgiving giveaway?
Oh my God! So this would be approximately. It probably is the 26th.
I was going to say, I know it's been a good 25 years
Yes,
plus. Yeah.
absolutely. And it's actually that Saturday. So the Sunday is the Honor Our Heroes, and that Saturday is the Thanksgiving Food Basket giveaway. And some of the very same officers that we'll be honoring on Sunday will probably be there on Saturday
To help hand
pass it
out.
out.
Oh,
Pass
wonderful.
out. They've been very kind in the past. And so we'll be giving out for Thanksgiving turkeys and the side dishes and pastry items. We'll also be doing more school supplies for those who need more school supplies. We'll also be giving out coats, shoes, dresses, things of that nature. With the coats, shoes, and dresses, the child must be present so that they can try it on. And everything is a first come, first serve basis. Last year, we were able to help in between 300 and 400, and we're hoping to be able to do the same.
What time does that all get underway?
That starts at 11 a.m. That will be at the Dream Center, which is almost across the street from the church.
Right.
And we have a much bigger area than what we did when we used to do it out of the church basement, so they should be able to get in and out a lot quicker. We just ask people to be honest. You know, we don't require any proof of need. We don't. There's no requirement that you have to live in the city or anything like that. It's just if you say you need, here it is. And Thanksgiving is one of those brown holidays in light of the fact that it's still one of those holidays that no one says has been corrupted. They say Christmas has been corrupted. They say Easter has been corrupted, and we've forgotten the reason for the holiday. But Thanksgiving, everybody says it's still about giving thanks. And it's usually one of the few times now in our new millennial society where a whole family sits down and eats together. And sometimes the leftovers are better than the meal. And
I'll
so,
attest to that.
and so we want to help people have a good Thanksgiving. We have heard stories of people who say that, without this food, without this help, it would just be another day. But because of this meal that we try to help provide, it does make it a good day and hopefully gives them hope for the future.
All right. Now, that food, those clothes, and whatever else you give away has to come from somewhere.
Yes. We've been blessed. We have wonderful partners who help us. Sometimes it's with $25, some is with $10, some do a lot more, and we're very, very appreciative of it. I want to emphasize that this is not something that our church could do on its own. It's a group of people. I happen to be the band leader, but I am not doing this all by myself. It's not Reverend Cummings doing it by himself. It's not Bethlehem Temple doing it by himself. It's with a number of partners that help us. And we put signs up during the giveaway so that you know who to thank. And,
Right.
We're very, very grateful for their support, because without them, we couldn't do it. And so I apologize. I have become a professional beggar trying to raise the money and trying to get the supplies to be able to give away. And this year, a little bit more challenging than others, only because of the challenge of the Dream Center and the expenses that have been drained from there. But we're going to make it. We're going to be all right. If somebody would like to help, it's always appreciated. But that's not the reason that I'm on. The reason that I'm on is to let people who are in need know that there is help in the Ohio Valley, and this is a wonderful community, and that we want to help them have a wonderful Thanksgiving, which would be the very next week.
All right, so if something is for a child, you request that the child be with the parent or the caregiver.
Or the caregiver, the
right.
guardian, whoever
Right.
it is, only because I regret to say that we have had people come and tell us that they have so many kids, and then we find out
right.
they're selling them
Right.
somewhere
Right.
else.
I understand.
And so I apologize for the inconvenience to any family, but we've tried to stress that so that nobody would be surprised that, and they get to try it on right there. It's just like being in the store, and if it fits and you want it, it's yours.
No donation is too small.
No, definitely
I mean,
not. Yes.
if somebody says, "Look, I got $5 or 10,
Right.
and that's all I can send."
Oh my God, that's a
You know,
blessing.
my whole thing is that 10 ones make $10 just like a $10
That's
bill.
right,
So,
that's right, that's right.
Again, they make the check out to whom?
Bethlehem Temple,
Okay.
and we would be very honored, very appreciative of it. And I have become the layaway king, because the creditors allow me to lay things away and pay on it on parts until I get it all done. But it is a passion of my heart. You've been kind enough to know the story before about how I couldn't
Right.
feed my
I
own
do
family,
remember
and how I made a promise to God that if He'd help me, I would do this, and I'm going to continue to do it as long as God enables me.
And of course, you have businesses and corporations who step up to the plate, so to speak.
We have had some, not a lot, but we've had some, and we're very, very grateful for their appreciation. And there's so many wonderful activities, so many wonderful nonprofits, so many wonderful agencies. There's a whole lot that they can support. So we're one of many, and so if anybody does anything for us, we're very grateful, because we know there are a bunch of choices.
Well, that's really a problem in a sense, because there are so many agencies and so many people trying to get the same dollar, so
There
to
you
speak.
go. Right.
So, you say you have to sit down and say, okay, this year it's going here,
Right,
this year
right.
it's going there.
Right.
You just hope that it's your turn. this
You
year,
just hope, and so we have made, not to make your program too spiritual, but we've made God our source, and so God, that's who we're looking
Right.
to, because we don't always get help from the same people.
Okay. I've got a couple of minutes left.
All right.
Let's reiterate here. First of all, the first one is to honor the heroes,
Yes.
and that day is the 12th.
Sunday, November 12th, and it'll be at 10:30 a.m. in Wheeling and 12:30 p.m. in Shiloh in Weirton.
All right, now, these officers, first responders, whomever, do they have to register or just show up?
No, we have called each of the
you've called,
departments
okay.
and invited them,
okay.
and they have. We've asked for their names so that we can have the certificates ready,
Okay.
and we've asked for permission to give them gifts and flowers, and we have received that.
And you want them to bring their families.
If they want to, we'd be
right.
so honored to
Sure.
have them bring their families and anybody else in the community. And this is a chance for us to honor. Maybe they did something for you in a crisis,
Right.
and you want to be there to
Right.
show your appreciation. We would be honored to have you and have you share that in our reception time.
Okay, and then the giveaway itself is on the
Saturday, November 18th, and that'll be at 11 a.m. It'll be at 407 Main Street.
It's actually across the street from the church.
Across the street from the church,
Yeah.
and there's free parking over on the side, and we're hoping to help as many people as possible.
Well, I don't know what else you can do.
No,
I mean,
no,
all
no.
all they have to do basically is just show up. They can probably contact you via you have a
Telephone
website or
number.
telephone.
The telephone number is 304-233-8899. Our website is BethlehemApostolicTemple.org, and they can look us up. We'd be honored to do anything we can to help. Our food pantry's open every
Right.
week, but this is the big giveaway.
One, the
yes.
big one. Okay, and then you'll probably do the same thing at Christmas. Won't
And
you?
we
Yeah,
will be doing the
I-
same thing at Christmas.
I pretty much thought you would.
You have a good spirit.
You will rejoin me.
You're
as
like
they say.
Carnan. Was that Johnny
Karnak.
Karnak? I
Yeah,
think
all
you
right.
have the Karnak spirit.
All right, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of Your Town. Have a great week, everybody. I'm Steve Major. Hope to see you again next week.